Joy today for Department of Aid, Trade, Consumer Protection. It's my friend Laura Sutherland. Laura, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. And today we're going to be talking about New Year, New You. And no, we're not here to give you health tips or anything like that. We're trying to keep you healthy from scams. You can't see my fingers, but they're there. Yeah, we at Fact TV like to protect people. I think people know that. But it is that time of year, and there are so many ads right now, so many TV commercials about getting well, take this pill, do this, pay me. You're saying, yeah, I might want to read the fine print.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy New Year to everybody and good luck on all your New Year's resolutions. But as you try to figure out what you're going to do and navigate these spaces, there are ways that you should navigate them safely to keep yourself from being defrauded. So lots of popular health and wellness products can be scammed. They can be deceptive. They can be misleading. Sometimes they can be physically harmful if consumers are not paying attention. So a couple things you should think about and trying to spot a scam when you're looking at some of these new health-related dietary plans or fitness centers. Testimonials about products that are too good to be true. We talk about that a lot, Jeremy, but that's absolutely true in this space. You know, you hear ideas about diets or supplements or all kinds of health products that are going to make you younger, skinnier, more beautiful. If it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Quick and easy cures. We see some really tragic stories around people who really need to be going to their physician and they see an advertisement for something that they think is going to resolve an ailment that they've had for years, and miraculously, that's probably not going to happen. You need to go to trusted medical personnel for those types of things. Keywords such as miraculous, exclusive, secret, ancient is a favorite, right? Some ancient secret that's been unearthed can be used by a lot of these scammers. The products can contain mysterious and exotic ingredients, from faraway lands that you've never heard of, / can't verify if it's actually a real product or a real ingredient, They're the only ones that can source it. That's a telltale sign that something is a little fishy. That it's effective for a wide range of ailments and not just a singular ailment. It cures everything from cancer to earaches. That seems a little fishy. So those types of testimonials you should really ignore. Oftentimes you'll see scammers using the endorsements of celebrities or people that we trust to gain our trust, but that can be very misleading. And suggestions that the doctors or the government have approved a product or have approved a certain service. All of these are telltale signs that something is not right, it's a little fishy, and that you need to do your homework. So when you're evaluating these offers, don't rely on any of these types of testimonials. Do your own homework. Look up the product within the word scam or fraud. Look at the BBB, look at DATCP to see if you have any complaints, look at the Federal Trade Commission, but make sure before you spend any money on any types of products like these that you're doing your homework.
What do you think the return of these products or these things, like when you're really thinking? I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, I bought into this thing, it didn't work, now I go to return it. And is that where we're gonna start stepping in, because they're gonna be like, no, you opened it, or no, this was a non-refundable thing, or no, you say do the homework, but where are the complaints come in that you guys might see about this misleading information? Where are they missing it, I guess, is the question here. The consumer is missing this information.
Well, it's a good question. I mean, the reality is a lot of times people don't complain about a product that they purchased that was supposed to cure, some skin rash that they have and it doesn't work. They think, oh, afterwards, I didn't think it was going to work anyway, then they've lost their money, that kind of thing. I guess what we would say at DATCP is before you make that purchase, before you click on that link and you start looking into these products, that you should really do your homework. And particularly around health, some of these things can actually put off getting real healthcare that you need. And you know, a lot of us as we get older have ailments that are nagging and frustrating, and miraculous cures are not out there. A lot of it just comes down to eating right, exercising, sleeping right, drinking less, all those types of things. But you know, there is a lot of emphasis on looking good and feeling good, and there's a lot of marketing around that, and so you are going to see a lot of deceptive marketing around it too, promising you things that are very unlikely to actually happen through taking a pill or doing very little hard work.
I always think of that comparison photo of before and after, and I'm always like, man, do I want to call you guys and say this isn't right? They are not the same people, but that's a different story for another time. Let's jump into door-to-door food plans, because another area here that we've actually tried it here at the Crosby household. It's worked very well, but make sure you're finding reputable companies that are bringing you healthy food. And again, same deal here. You don't want to get scammed out of not doing some homework here.
Yeah. So look, door-to-door food plans, there used to be just a few, and now there's a whole offering out there, right? There are a number of them that you can choose from. And so there again, you need to do your homework before you do it. Some of the businesses are legitimate, but in many cases they are, they can overcharge, they can be deceptive in what they're offering. And they can misrepresent the quality or the quantity of the food that you're getting. So for example, some peddlers offer to sell meat at wholesale, claiming that it's restaurant quality, but it may not be USDA choice or USDA prime meat quality grades that are issued by the federal government. So those types of things, you know, you need to look into, to ask questions. What is the quality of the meat? What is the quality of the products? Maybe sign up for just a little bit of time to try them first to see if they actually are giving you the quality and the quantity that you signed up for. But there's some basic questions you can ask before you sign up for one of these plans. Ask for a price per pound and compare that with other products and other door-to-door food plans. Ask about their products USDA grade of meat. If ungraded, you can't determine the quality, so you probably want to keep looking. Ask how the payment will work. How often will you be charged? Is there interest? What's a refund policy? And if applicable, ask if the seller is licensed with DATCP. They would need to be licensed if they're operating in Wisconsin, and call DATCP or the police if they don't have one, because that is a real issue. And never purchase anything without a receipt or a contract, which includes the company's name and address. So if something does go awry, you can follow up with that company and you know how to locate them.
And I will just say, because I've experienced this, there are significant differences between these companies. So this is, when you're saying apples to apples, and no pun intended here, there are some significant differences. So you definitely want to do your homework on this, and in any of this stuff that you're signing up for. I think you got to do the research before you buy it. Final one, and I think again we see this quite a bit, is fitness centers coming in at probably a big complaints of, well, I signed up and I can't get out of this thing for a year, but I didn't go for more than like a few days. So yeah. What would you say here real quick as far as picking that fitness center and making sure you read the fine print?
Yes, well, we have some tips about how to pick it. We can't make people go to the gym. That's going to be on them.
Oh, okay.
Gyms and fitness centers obviously are a great way to get back into shape, but you really need to make sure you know what you're signing up for. So set goals in advance and then visit the facility before you actually sign up. Go and look at the equipment to see if it's in good shape. Go at different times a day and week to see when it's busy and when you need to go, and whether or not you can have access to the equipment, and certainly figure out what the cost is, whether included any hidden fees, how the discounts they offer you may end over time, because a lot of times there's a lot of discounts at the beginning of the year. And then, you know, read all the terms and conditions and make sure you understand what the contract is that you're signing. So you know what the cancellation fees are, you know how many months you're on the hook. They can be long contracts, and I know it's like eating your vegetables, but it's really important that you read them so you know what you're signing up for.
Yeah, great advice. If they want to find out more about any of the topics we talked about today, or file a complaint, how can they do so?
They can call the department at our consumer protection hotline at 1-800-422-7128. And they can visit our website at datcp.wi.gov.
And DATCP can't make you go to the gym, I think is probably the best comment I've heard from you in all the interviews we've done. Thank you so much for your help on this one, and Happy New Year's to you as well.
Happy New Year, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.